If these pictures are the reason you clicked on this video, I promise you won't be disappointed. Stay tuned. So for the hunting conditions today, based on range, I'm going to be picking the JSB Hades. They have the best terminal ballistics, they're the most accurate, but I don't need to be shooting too far. Here's the super ghetto scope camera. I just have an angled pane of glass inside, so you can look throughout the scope, and it can periscope and see the scope picture with a smartphone camera, which is just strapped on by rubber bands. Looks ugly, it's kind of top heavy, but it's functional. Alright, I really don't have any way to film this other than a scope camera, so I hope that's good enough. I think it's pretty interesting footage, but we'll see how it goes. So pardon me if the footage of the hunt isn't that great, but I'll show you how to clean them as well, and we'll see how it goes. See you then. Sorry if this footage looks hard to follow, but it's exactly what I'm seeing, so it's a pretty realistic depiction. You can see I was lining up to take a headshot here, but I ended up opting for a body shot just to try to make sure I bagged a squirrel. It didn't drop the squirrel how I expected it to, and I had to give it 2 follow-up shots to make sure it was dispatched humanely. I'm going to stick with headshots from here on out. Since the head is so small on this red squirrel, I'm going to go for a body shot, and it puts these down much faster than it does the fox squirrels. In this clip, it may appear that I shot the squirrel in the jaw, but this is not so. This is an airgun with a different kind of a trajectory. I hit it right where I wanted to. All right. There's that first squirrel. There's a red squirrel. Another one. And a fourth. Let's get them cleaned up. All right, well, there you have it. The Air Venturi Avenger with a bunch of modifications. This is before they came out with the Avenge X. Shot 4 squirrels, one of which is a red. I really just shoot those to get them out of here, but we'll skin it up and eat some of the meat at the game dinner. And I very easily could have shot a limit of 6. It's like fish in a barrel out here. But I don't need that much meat. Well, that was pretty fast and effective, so let's get these cleaned up, and I'll show you how I do that, and then We'll get them in the crock pot and get them cooking as soon as possible. It is Tuesday right now and the game dinner is on Friday, so let's get this going. All right, so let's start cleaning one of these squirrels. Gonna start by making a cut beneath the tail. Now we're not gonna go through the bone of the tail quite yet. So just kind of very easy until you cut through the skin. I like to pull the fur away as I go. Okay, so now that's what we have. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get a pair of meat scissors and snip that bone instead of cutting it with my knife, because I'm quite literally scarred from that. It's honestly just a little baby scar, but no fun nonetheless. So let's get in there. And there we go, we're through the bone. Just start kind of making this tab a little bit bigger. And get it started and cut it away from the meat so you don't take a bunch of meat with it. And now we have kind of a tab attached to the tail. Now I'm going to bring it over here and step on it, maybe like this. It's harder to do on camera, trying to not stand in the way. And just slowly pull up. There it goes. I like to readjust down a little bit farther where I'm stepping once I have a little room to work. All right. And then, just like to keep all the fur off my hand that I'm working on here, I'm gonna pull on this tab that was left behind. So I'm going to start by cutting these legs off right here at the joint. And then I'm going to cut the head off right here. And then finish skinning out these legs. Looks like I didn't quite get the head all the way. I'll finish it up with the scissors. And then just snip these legs off as well. And then we just have to gut it. Before we do that, I'm gonna pull off any fur that's on here. I'll be back in a second. Now don't puncture the guts. Just get the tip of your knife in so that you can run your way up and pull the guts out. Now I'm going to go pull these out onto my tarp over there. But the process is pretty straightforward. Now I've pulled the guts out of the main section. Oh, still got a kidney in there. Toss that aside. What I like to do is come in here and snip this wide open so that you can clean some of this out of here as well. Do that in 1 second. And now, there's a membrane here, the diaphragm. You can rip that open. And pull out the heart and lungs. We'll keep the heart to eat, and we'll throw out the lungs. And with that, this squirrel is finished. But I poked the stomach a little bit and got some biomatter on some of the meat. And there's still some hair, so we're gonna take this to the sink and give it a quick rinse. And that's pretty much it. Now, in the back of the leg here, you can see a little shiny spot. And you actually want to cut those out. Those are scent glands. And they're in both the males and the females. So you can see that I cut that open. And I pull out this little bead, and I'll show it real close to the camera. But this is what makes your meat taste really, really bad. That tiny little thing will absolutely ruin the flavor and make it gamey. So you want to make sure you pull those out. I'll get the other one. So again, just kind of slit the meat there. It's in between the folds of meat, so you don't need to do a whole lot of cutting. You can see how I'm just squeezing it out there. Then you grab a hold of it and pull it out. It really improves the flavor of your squirrels. So give this guy a rinse, and he'll be ready for the crock pot. So there's that squirrel and the red squirrel. There's not a whole lot of meat on these guys, but hey, what the heck. It'll add a little bit to, I'm gonna make white chicken chili with squirrel. So, and I'm not going to soak these in a saltwater brine. I'm putting them in here just temporarily. I will soak them in a little bit of RO water for, I swear, no more than 5 minutes, just to get the blood off of them and then to scrub some of the hair and dirt off of them and any biomatter that might be from your shot or from puncturing the guts while cleaning. And then you do not soak these. So just get them in there to get them clean, and then you can quarter them up if you like. I just toss them right into the crock pot hole, but that's it. You can see that there's some waste here from having it get shot in the back. Some of the back straps are interrupted. We lost a little bit of meat there. And it's really a big mess. That's why you should really go for headshots. So, anyway. Gonna give these a rinse before they're quick soak. All right, let's go give them just a 5-minute soak in RO water. We're just gonna get these covered. Okay, these have seriously been soaking just as long as it took me to wash my hands, and I'm gonna dump this out. I do not wanna leach out any of the good stuff in the meat. Just wanna rinse off the bad stuff. Ooh, that was close. All right, and then I'm just gonna clean these up a little bit, cut off anything that's bad. I'm not even gonna show that on camera. And then we'll be ready to make the white chicken chili. There are the pellets pulled from that squirrel that was a body shot. Pour some salt water over top of them. Boom. Let's go. And now let's do one more. Well, that's all I have for you today. White chicken chili made with squirrel for the game dinner. I appreciate you sticking around to the end. I hope to see you next time. Thanks.